I'm Ken Flinders and I'm studying mechanical engineering. So originally I rated my project spot pretty high, but knowing that it was mainly coding and software based, I was very surprised that I got selected. Being a mechanical engineer, I have relatively little experience for software development. So I was a little surprised and happy that I got to work with Spot. And yeah, through the process, I definitely learned a lot more about Python and processes and all sorts of good coding stuff. Definitely expanded my horizons, like I said, in coding and software based. And so companies I've actually been looking at and applying for and interviewing for have been more on the software, integrating software into hardware and having a deeper understanding from working with Spot on how to integrate software into hardware has definitely benefited me and led me to more of that direction of a career path. So yeah, our sponsor graciously provided us with a Spot robot, which was the first generation released to the public, and it was crazy working with it on the leading edge because we'd have issues and contact Boston Dynamics, who created the robot, and work with them to solve the solution, which then they would implement in their next software update. And so we saw real time the effort that we were putting into it affecting everybody who has currently or will ever own a Spot. And it was also interesting to see, as we were making advancements in developing new software packages for the sponsor, getting feedback from Boston Dynamics, they then began to implement some of those software updates and packages. So some of the things that we created will be obsolete from what we created because they'll be automatically implemented in future Spot robots. Some of the ideas we had, we brought up issues to Boston Dynamics, explained what we were doing, and because of the ideas that we had, we don't know if it was because of the ideas we had, but soon after we brought up the ideas and concerns or issues that we were facing, Boston Dynamics then said, hey, we're going to implement that exact issue that we had brought up with them. So we like to think that it was our idea that we brought to them and they ran with it. They could have been working on it before, but we definitely gave them some ideas to improve and implement new things. It's a real world experience working with a real company, a real project, and it really builds up not only hard skills but soft skills and working with teams and developing communication that is very sought after in professional world, but being able to communicate with an external source that you have little contact with or understanding of, and sort of getting an experience where you have to determine the solutions based on requirements that you're given, and you make changes and decisions all along the way. So it's a great learning opportunity, a great real-world experience, and all around great at developing hard skills and soft skills. The most impactful thing I learned is that failure is awesome. Can't tell you how many times we implemented something and it failed, and we had to go back and figure out how to fix it, and it failed again and again. Which is, to me, one of the greatest differences between Capstone and irregular classes. Here, failure was accelerated because we learned what not to do or how to improve something, whereas in classes, you fail and you have to retake a class or you don't advance. But here, failure led to our advancement and ultimate success in the project.